Another day, another No Man's Sky update, and this one's going to be a lot of fun for those of you who like to craft your own ships and enjoy ship interiors, because right now there's a load of new pieces coming this way with the latest expedition called Breach. The update released today is free for everyone who already has a copy of the game and will be available on all platforms. Perhaps the biggest new feature in this expedition then is going to be the ability to salvage wrecks that you find in space. From these, you'll be able to obtain new parts to be able to build some rather spectacular looking corvettes. And of course, all of this rides on the back of the previous update called Voyagers, which allows you to, go EVA, fly around in space and conduct a whole load of different activities. Before we get to all of that, a quick request here, if you don't mind. If you haven't subscribed to this channel before, please do so. Sometimes some people get unsubscribed for some reason, I'm not sure why that is. So if you think you're subscribed, maybe check to see if you still are. So the update called Breach is the 20th expedition for No Man's Sky. Who can believe it? This is a significant number of updates for the game. Expeditions are essentially one-time playthroughs of the game. They allow you to start the game from a new save from scratch, with the intent to take you through a little mini campaign of sorts, and this will unlock for you sometimes new ships, sometimes new equipment. In this case, it's going to be new components for your corvettes. Now, expeditions are time limited, so that means you're going to need to get involved with it whilst it's still active. And if you do get involved with this and you get all the pieces unlocked, well, the good news is that the expedition save will convert to a regular save. On top of that, anything you unlock here will be unlocked for just about every other area of the game for you as well. So basically anything you unlock will be unlocked forever. Right, listen up now, because I'm not going to give you my take on the next bit. I'm going to give you Hello Games' words themselves. This is what they have to say about this expedition. They're calling it their Halloween update. It's called Breach, as we've already said, and it leans into the thrill of custom ship assembly, spacewalking, skydiving, and community spirit, they say. All of the things that were introduced in the Voyagers update. So in Breach, you're about to look around the galaxy and you're going to find some rather stark looking areas. In fact, Hello Games described this as an abandoned universe, and as you're going around on the expedition, you will find and come into contact with a lot of other players. This is really very much a multiplayer game now with No Man's Sky, and the expedition is nice in that sense because you'll see players all over the place, and this really does make it feel very much more like either a live service game or an MMO. And this for me is one of the things that really stands out about this expedition, and perhaps others too. It's the fact that so many other people are present within the same environment. And because this is a new expedition, everyone's starting off right now, you're going to see a lot of people going around in their ships, as well as going around their business in general. So in this abandoned universe that we've got, you've got a lot of ill-fated corvette ships, as Hello Games describe it. They say that all of these are ripe for scavenging, and you'll be able to find the ship modules to add to your corvette building arsenal. That means all the different components that you'll have for your corvettes already will be added to. You'll have a wider inventory, meaning you'll be able to have a different style of ships. One thing that's particularly new here are vertical parts. This is something that's not been available before now, but it is going to open up a lot of different opportunities for your ship building. Another thing that's worth pointing out is that these corvette parts do come with themes, and these themes give you a different style to your ship. You can have a rundown ship, or you can have a rather posh looking ship, and this is down to the theme that you choose for your components. So the Breach expedition introduces a new theme, and this is Atlas themed modules. For those of you who have played the game for any amount of time, whether it's just for an hour or a bit longer, you very likely will have encountered the Atlas storyline, and this has a its very own iconic, perhaps its own unique visual flair to it, and you'll now be able to use that style in your corvette ships. So further to all the wreckages that you'll be able to find out there, it seems that one is better than all the other. It's called the fireship Arcadia. So this is what Hello Games have to say about that. The jewel in the crown of these wreckages is the fireship Arcadia, the fate of which you will learn as you venture through Breach. But you will have to face your fears and make a leap of faith into the black as you spacewalk through these eerie systems to glean their unique remnants. So that's a pretty nice touch to these things, because there is a somewhat, shall we say, grim or dark theme to this update, which is very in keeping, very fitting for a Halloween release. That's very much Hello Games' intent. They go on to say the spooky Breach expedition embraces the darker side of the universe and will lure the bravest travellers towards the ominous and exotic purple star solar systems which players first glimpse in the World's Part 2 update back in January. The planets in these systems are particularly foreboding with their deep abyssal oceans, unearthly entities, and the notoriously imposing and volatile gas giants. They close out here by saying that the expedition will run for approximately 3 weeks. So if you haven't had a chance to play No Man's Sky for a while and you didn't really jump in with the Voyagers update, perhaps now would be the best time, because this expedition is really going to introduce you to the Voyagers content that was available back in August. This was a truly massive update introducing the ability to build your own ship as well as ship interiors. And the fact that we've got an expedition here that's going to walk you through all that content, and not only that, it will allow you to discover some rather unique and interesting parts, and all set against some pretty stunning environments. So yeah, if you haven't tried it out, now would be a very good time to do so. What's more, Hello Games are pointing out a lot of different new parts that are included in this particular expedition. Parts for your corvettes that include the landing gear, shields, weapons, various different connectors, and they say a number of highly requested wedge-shaped modules as well. All of these will hopefully give players a lot of new options for their ship creations. Now, if you've been paying any attention to social media over the past couple of months, specifically on X, I've seen a lot of it over there, there's been a huge ton of different ships that players have been creating with the parts that are available in No Man's Sky now. Some of these ships are absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that some of them look way better than spaceships from any other game out there. And that really is a testament to just how good the system is, the shipbuilding system is, that Hello Games have created. The fact that you can look at some of these ships and they, 1, don't look like they were created in a sandbox builder, and 2, they look like they were literally crafted by the developers themselves, and 3, they don't look like they've come out of a sandbox game, but rather out of a spaceship game in general. Some of these perhaps arguably look as good as something you might find in the likes of Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen. Dare say it, I'll probably get a bit of flack for that comment, no doubt. So there we have it. There's quite a lot of stuff to do in the Breach expedition. They do take you through quite a few different activities. They walk you through the game. Like I say, a mini campaign here. That means that there's going to be quite a few hours of gameplay just from this expedition alone. The early parts of the expedition may be a little bit repetitive. If you've started the game fresh quite a few times, you'll be very familiar with the fact that you're going to need to get your starship up and running, but also the fact that they're set against some rather unique and interesting environments really does go quite a way to alleviate the repetition that you may otherwise feel. Anyway, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section below. Are you going to be jumping in and trying out this update, or are you going to sit this one out? Let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching this video, do take care, and I'll catch you next time.